Next up at UFC 322, we have the main event of the evening and the second super fight on this card. We have Islam Makhachev moving up after vacating the lightweight championship to immediately fight for the welterweight championship. We got Jack Della Maddalena, the incumbent world champion at 18-2 in his career. He is 5-0 in his last 5 on an 18-fight win streak. Is that true? Is his only loss his official debut?
What?
He's 18-2. JDM. He's 18-2 on an 18-fight win streak. Yeah, it's crazy. Taking on Islam Makhachev, 27-1 in his career on a 15-fight win streak. There's another fight. I'm not going to break down each individual fighter in great detail. We all know JDM's got very good boxing, very good scramble skills, and Islam Makhachev has unbelievable wrestling and unbelievable finishing ability on the ground. What we do need to figure out is, does size matter that much? Islam obviously was a tremendous 55-pounder, probably the biggest one. But he just went ahead and added 15 pounds, and now he's moving up in weight. Will that affect his cardio in a positive way, in a negative way? Will not cutting the weight be good for him? Will carrying more weight be a problem? JDM is also very big for his weight class. He's a much bigger welterweight than most. So now all of a sudden, Islam is moving up in weight to move around a much bigger guy at that weight class. This entire fight, as we all know, will come down to, can Islam get the takedowns? If he can get the takedowns, he will win this fight, because nobody has the control on top like Islam does. You don't just get up from underneath Islam. Not only does he keep you down, he looks for submissions, he finds those darces, and he just gets things going as you squirm around. But if you don't think he gets the takedowns, or you think he fades as the fight goes on, then you got to go JDM. He's got fantastic boxing. He is big. He's got great scramble skills. If I'm going to knock, I'm about to pick Islam, but if I'm going to knock him, I will say his record's a little, he just defended his belt beating Renato Moicano, right? Not his fault. He had the fight Moicano. There was an issue with Arman Sarukian. I mean, that's not an unbelievable win. He got a title shot with a win over Bobby Green. Like, he doesn't have the greatest record. I don't know if you can sit there and say he's the best 55-pounder we've ever seen, but he is running through people. And if I'm going to praise him for a second, we have seen him go to war. The first Volkanovski fight, that guy went to war. The fight with Dustin Poirier before he retired, he went to war. I know for a fact Islam can dig deep. He can push through. He can deal with some adversity. So I think Islam wins this fight, because I think if he gets the takedowns, this is a very different world for JDM. And the last thing I'll mention, I understand JDM defended Bilal Muhammad's takedowns. Bilal Muhammad is not Islam. All you have to do is go back 2 more fights before that, and Gilbert Burns was taking him down left and right. I do think Islam wins this fight. This is a very, very, very intriguing matchup. What do you think, Jacob?
Here's a tweet I made January 31st, 2024. This is the best 170-pound fighter on the planet, but you'll be too scared to agree. But you'll see soon enough. And that image right there is my boy, Jack Della Maddalena. The lock of the week versus Bilal Muhammad. And everyone went into that fight. Remember, Bilal Muhammad was open at minus 230. We got Islam sitting here about minus 240, minus 250. So people want to kind of remember that fight how they want to remember it. But Bilal Muhammad was going into that fight minus 230, minus 240. The odds dropped a little bit. And people were saying, this guy, JDM, come on, Jacob. Split versus Bowles. A split versus Kevin Holland, bro. Didn't you see Gilbert Burns taking him down? By the way, he had a shattered arm in that fight, but didn't you see Gilbert Burns taking him down? I'm like, guys, it's a little bit different. Dude, Bilal's just gonna wrestle, dude. All he's gotta do is get the takedowns, bro. All he's gonna do is get the dude, JDM, bro, seriously? And I made him my lock of the week. And I had thousands of dollars on him because I knew what was gonna happen in that fight. And people are gonna revisit that fight. And you're probably gonna see in the comments right now, people are already typing, Bilal didn't even try to wrestle. He didn't even try to wrestle, bro. He didn't even try to wrestle. Bilal knew that was about as good a fight as Bilal was ever going to have. He knew that if he forced the wrestling early, he was going to gas himself the fuck out. He was actually smart about that. He said, I'm not going to just force a wrestling. I'm just going to try to win 3 rounds. And he made that fight a lot closer than I thought he was going to be, because I'm going to say 2 things right now that are going to make people lose their fucking minds. I already said one earlier. Number 1 is Bilal has better cardio than Islam. I don't give a fuck what you think. Bilal has better cardio than Islam. Number 2, Bilal is a better boxer than Islam. Islam's got nice kicks. He can strike whatever. Bilal, at this point, when he fought fucking JDM, the guy that knocked out Sean Brady, Bilal is a better boxer than Islam. He was having success in the boxing, which eventually kind of set up takedowns for a guy, or the takedown attempts for a guy like Bilal. People say that Islam is going to come in, and yeah, but it's different. Islam's going to wrestle. I guarantee he is. I guarantee Islam is going to shoot takedowns immediately. I guarantee with the bravado that Islam comes in, he's going to get takedowns. I'm not fucking stupid. If Islam's shooting takedowns early, he's going to get takedowns. I hope fucking Islam gets 5 takedowns in the first round. I hope he gets fucking 10. I hope he gets 40 fucking takedowns in the first 2 rounds. I don't give a fuck. Because I know JDM, and this guy is going to make him fucking work. It's not going to be just cake laying on this guy. He is going to make him work. He's going to stay safe. He's going to make him work just like Volk was doing. But now you got a fucking big body in there making you work. And all this extra weight and all this extra muscle and all this stuff. You guys are going to be like, I told you he was going to wrestle. And I'm going to be sitting there and be like, just wait. Let's just wait. Let's just see how this fucking plays out. Because eventually, the wrestling will not work. Eventually, the scrambles of JDM are going to wear this guy out. And once the takedowns stop, because he's not going to... Bilal was kind of like trying to pace himself so he could try to have some takedowns later. Islam's going to come in and force the wrestling. Islam's not going to get a finish. And when those takedowns stop working, whoopsie, this guy's fucked. He is absolutely fucked. If he wrestles early and doesn't get a fucking finish, I'm not saying he can't get a finish. Maybe he does get a finish. I'm telling you right now, he fucking better. Because he's going to come in, he's going to wrestle early. And if he's not getting a finish out of 2 rounds, and these guys are still there, those takedowns are going to get slower. They're not going to stop. They're going to work. And when they aren't working, and these guys are standing face to face with each other for 15 more fucking minutes, JDM is going to smoke this fucking dude. That's what's going to happen. Islam might have fucking 97 takedowns in the first 2 rounds. I don't really give a fuck. If it gets to 3, 4, 5, JDM is going to roll this fucking dude. All that big fucking extra muscle, guess what? It's going to wear you down even faster. Blow it up, get strong, get your takedown early. We'll make you work, and we're going to finish you in 3, maybe 4. We might even wait until 5 to make it fucking dramatic. But Jack Della Maddalena is going to win this fight. There's no doubt in my fucking mind. I'm telling you right now. This guy's a fucking worker. Doesn't get tired, and you're not going to fucking outbox this dude JDM. He's the best in the world, and he's going to fucking prove it Saturday night. Get your fucking apologies ready.
Where I will align with you is I am worried about the cardio. I understand, like Josh, for example, was in Jersey all last weekend with Islam, with Khabib, hanging out with that whole team for the whole weekend, doing all this stuff. And he was like, he's walking around like 192. He used to come into camp at 187. So he's not much bigger. He's just not going to cut the weight. He's going the Frankie Edgar route. But that's not what the pictures are showing. He is much bigger. So obviously he's not huge. He's not 200 pounds, but he is bigger. He is carrying around more mass. He's thicker. And it's going to be tricky if he has all that extra mass on him and he's trying to move a larger human being around, because we saw him get tired against Dustin Poirier. He found the finish. He didn't quit on himself. He doesn't just do nothing when he gasses. It could be tricky. So I will agree with you there. I do think Islam gets the takedowns, and that's the beauty of this sport. We don't know what's going to happen. We can argue, we can fight, we could say mean things, we can send super chats
saying the stuff about, and I understand it's a little bit different, but it's just copying. Dude, everyone said JDM had no chance versus Bilal.
Yeah.
And now people want to revisit and be like, it's fucking Bilal. Of course he fucking won that fight, just Bilal. It's the same people saying stuff about Islam now. And by the way, this fucking donation, too, with the 8 likes. $4.99 King. So I feel bad for people who listen to Jacob. This man is clueless. I sometimes wonder he does it on purpose. Good luck on losing your money this weekend.
Jacob's literally straight betting wise the best we've got right now. He's up 6 of the last 7 cards. He's been crushing it. Maybe there's an individual take or two. What Jacob does well is he draws a line in the sand. So you might not like the side of that line that you're on, but he draws a line in the sand. He certainly drew one here with the underdog, Jack Della Maddalena. If you want to see what the
why the fuck isn't Islam? People talk about him like he's minus 500, minus 600, minus 700. Ask yourself why.
Well, yeah, they're not only that, his line tightened. He opened at minus 265. He was bet down to a minus 250. If you do want to check out every pick, every bet, every tool, if you need a tiebreaker here, because Jacob's certainly very convincing on the Jack Della Maddalena side, why don't you go to our website, wewantpicks.com, pull up any of the tools. Let's say the data analyzer. Pull up Jack Della Maddalena. It'll run you through his stats. What does his takedown defense look like? Then you can filter those stats to say, show me how many takedowns Jack Della Maddalena has defended in wins. And then it'll filter all that data. How many of those were decision wins? It'll filter all that data. Then you can click the button and watch those actual fights. You can run through the data to find your spots. Go to wewantpicks.com, click become a member at the top. That is one of many tools we have to offer on the website. Guys, that is the breakdown. Thank you so much for being here. Genuinely, if you enjoy anything that we do, click the subscribe button. It costs you literally nothing, and it helps us out immensely. If you want to like, you want to share, that is also wildly beneficial, and it costs you $0 whatsoever to do that. We appreciate you being here. If you want to take it one step further, go to the website,